What happens when a monster loses control? What happens when the leash breaks and chaos runs wild through Monday Night Raw? Well, folks, we just witnessed Triple H make a decision that has the entire WWE universe divided, angry, and absolutely shook. Bron Breakker, the most dangerous man in WWE, just crossed a line that even the game couldn't ignore. And now he's suspended. But here's the thing that nobody's talking about: this might be exactly what Bron wanted. Welcome to Wrestling Stream, and if you're ready to dive into one of the most controversial moments of 2025, then buckle up because this story has layers that go deep. Let me paint you a picture of Monday Night Raw. The show's rolling along, we've got matches happening, storylines developing, and then out of nowhere the arena goes dark. That familiar, spine-chilling entrance hits, and Bron Breakker storms through the curtain with a look in his eyes that can only be described as predatory. But he's not heading to the ring for a match. Oh no. He's got other plans. Adam Pearce, WWE's on-screen authority figure, is backstage in his office, probably dealing with the usual chaos of managing the Raw roster. He's on the phone, paperwork scattered across his desk, completely unaware that a 280-pound wrecking ball is about to come crashing through his door. Boom! Bron doesn't knock. He doesn't announce himself. The door explodes open, and before Pearce can even stand up, Breakker is on him. And right here, if you're loving this breakdown so far, smash the like button and let me know in the comments, did Bron go too far, or is this just good old-fashioned intensity? The cameras catch everything. Bron grabs Pearce by his collar, lifts him like he weighs nothing, and you can see the absolute terror in Pearce's eyes. Security tries to rush in 3 guys and Bron takes them out like they're crash test dummies. One gets a devastating clothesline that nearly takes his head off. Another eats a spine buster through a production crate. The third? He wisely backs away. But here's where it gets brutal. Bron turns back to Pearce, and in a moment that had the entire locker room watching in horror, he delivers a thunderous spear that sends the general manager crashing through his own desk. Wood splinters everywhere, papers flying, and Bron stands over him, chest heaving, eyes wild, like a predator standing over its prey. The feed cuts. The arena is in shock. Social media explodes. And we all know what's coming next. Now, if you know anything about Triple H's regime, you know he doesn't tolerate disrespect to authority. This is the man who built his career on calculated aggression, on knowing when to strike and when to hold back. And what Bron just did, that wasn't calculated. That was chaos. Within hours, not days, not weeks, hours, Triple H releases a statement. And let me tell you, the language he used was sharp. He didn't mince words. He didn't leave room for interpretation. Effective immediately, Bron Breakker is suspended indefinitely from WWE programming. What happened tonight was not competition. It was not intensity. It was an assault on a WWE official, and it will not be tolerated under any circumstances. The wrestling world erupted. Twitter went nuclear. Reddit threads multiplied like crazy. YouTube reaction videos started dropping within minutes. Everyone had an opinion, and nobody could agree on whether this was the right call. If you're watching this and you've got thoughts, drop them in the comments right now. Was Triple H right to suspend Bron, or should he have handled this differently? But here's what makes this fascinating: Triple H didn't just suspend him. He used the word indefinitely. That's not a week. That's not a month. That's "we'll decide when you've learned your lesson" territory. And for a talent as explosive as Bron Breakker, that's either career suicide, or the perfect setup for something massive. And you know what? I don't think this is random. I think there's way more going on beneath the surface, and we need to talk about it. Let's rewind the clock just a bit, because this attack didn't come out of nowhere. Bron Breakker has been on a tear lately. We're talking about a second-generation superstar with Steiner genetics running through his veins, unlimited potential, and an attitude that screams, "I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to dominate." Over the past few weeks, Bron's been getting increasingly frustrated with his booking. He's been in matches where he's demolished opponents, only to be held back by countouts, disqualifications, or interference. He's been vocal, maybe not on the mic every week, but you can see it in his eyes, in his body language. This is a man who feels like he's being held back. And Adam Pearce? He's been the face of that frustration. Every time Bron's wanted a bigger match, Pearce has said not yet. Every time Bron's demanded a championship opportunity, Pearce has said, "You're not ready." And for a competitor like Bron Breakker, someone who was born to be a champion, that's like pouring gasoline on a fire. So Monday night? That wasn't just an attack. That was months of frustration boiling over. That was a message to Triple H, to the locker room, to the entire WWE universe. I'm done waiting for permission. Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on, because we're going to be covering every single development in this story as it unfolds. But now the question becomes, what does this suspension really mean? Is it punishment, or is it storytelling? Here's where we get into the juicy speculation, the fantasy booking, the what-if scenarios that make wrestling so addictive. Option 1, this is legitimate discipline. Triple H is setting a precedent that no one, not even his top stars, can cross certain lines. He's protecting his authority figures, he's maintaining order, and he's showing the locker room that there are consequences. Bron comes back in a few weeks, maybe apologizes, maybe goes through some kind of redemption arc. But honestly, that's boring. And Triple H doesn't do boring. Option 2, and this is where it gets spicy, this suspension is all part of the plan. Think about it. Bron's stock has never been higher than it is right now. Everyone's talking about him. Casual fans are Googling his name. Hardcore fans are debating whether he's the next big thing or a loose cannon who needs to be controlled. The buzz is insane. What if Triple H wanted this? What if he told Bron, go out there and make noise? Make them fear you. Show everyone that you're not just another talent, you're a force of nature. And then you suspend him, let the anticipation build, let people wonder when he's coming back and who he's targeting when he does. Drop a comment right now. Do you think this is a work or a shoot? Is this real discipline or masterclass storytelling? And here's another layer, what about Adam Pearce? The man just got destroyed on live television. What's his role in all this? Does he come back looking for revenge? Does he try to keep Bron suspended permanently? Or, and this is wild, does Pearce eventually become sympathetic to Bron's frustration and become an unexpected ally? Wrestling is at its best when the lines between reality and fiction blur, and right now, those lines are blurry as hell. Now let's talk about what happened after the suspension was announced, because the locker room had feelings. Multiple wrestlers took to social media. Some supported Triple H's decision, saying that respect for authority is crucial and that Bron crossed a line. Others, particularly younger, hungrier talents, posted cryptic messages that seemed to side with Bron's frustration. Sometimes you gotta take what you deserve, one tweet read. Rules are made to be broken, said another. And the WWE universe? Y'all are divided. I've been reading your comments on other videos, scrolling through Twitter, checking Reddit threads, and it's about 50-50ths. Half of you think Bron's a dangerous liability who deserved the suspension. The other half think he's a genius who just positioned himself as the most dangerous man in WWE. Share this video with your wrestling friends and see what they think. Let's get the debate going everywhere. But here's something interesting, merchandise sales. According to some insider reports, Bron Breakker's merch sales spiked after the attack. His shirts, his hoodies selling out. Because whether people love him or hate him, they can't ignore him. And in wrestling, being talked about is everything. So where do we go from here? What's the next chapter in this absolutely insane story? Theory 1, Bron makes a surprise return at a major premium live event, maybe Elimination Chamber, maybe WrestleMania season, and targets someone big. Maybe it's the Intercontinental Champion. Maybe it's the World Heavyweight Champion. Maybe he goes after Triple H himself in some capacity. Theory 2, this suspension lasts longer than we think, and when Bron comes back, he's evolved. Maybe he's more methodical, more calculated, more dangerous because now he knows how to play the game, not just destroy everything in sight. Theory 3, and this is my favorite, Bron doesn't wait for the suspension to be lifted. He shows up anyway. He crashes shows. He attacks people in parking lots. He makes it clear that a piece of paper saying you're suspended means nothing to him, and Triple H is forced to either bring him back officially or lose complete control. What do you think happens next? Comment below with your predictions, and let's see who gets it right. And don't forget about Adam Pearce in all this. The man's going to want justice. The man's going to want revenge. When he comes back, what kind of stipulations is he going to put on Bron's return? What hoops will Bron have to jump through? Or will Pearce be so traumatized that he refuses to clear Bron to compete ever again? Listen, Monday Night Raw just became must-see television again, and it's all because one man decided that he was done playing by the rules. Bron Breakker didn't just attack Adam Pearce, he attacked the entire system. And Triple H responded with the hammer of authority. But here's the truth, this story is just getting started. This suspension isn't an ending, it's a beginning. It's the spark that's going to ignite something massive in WWE, and we're all going to be here to watch it unfold. The question isn't if Bron Breakker comes back. The question is when, and more importantly, who is going to pay the price when he does. Before you go, make sure you've liked this video, subscribe to Wrestling Stream, and dropped your predictions in the comments. Are you Team Bron or Team Triple H? Who do you think Bron targets when he returns? And what would you do if you were in charge of this storyline? Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single update, because you know we're going to be all over this story as it develops. More twists, more drama, more chaos, it's all coming. Until next time, Wrestling Stream fam, stay hyped, stay loud, and remember in WWE, anything can happen, and it always does when you least expect it. This is Wrestling Stream, and we'll see you in the next one.